Good morning. Welcome to the Oxford School Informational Meeting. I am Lori Wilding, Compliance Project Manager for Holkeen Management. The purpose of today's meeting is to describe a new senior housing property coming to Fairhaven in the spring of 2022 and to provide you with information on applications, rents, and leasing. SCG Development Partners, Inc. will beautifully transform the building well known as the Oxford Elementary School at 347 Main Street, Fairhaven, into senior housing for those 62 plus. The historic Victorian School building will become 10 apartments with another 42 apartments residing in a newly built addition. The total number of apartments will be 46 one-bedroom units and 6 two-bedroom units. The project is funded with low-income housing tax credits, home funds, the Affordable Housing Trust Fund, Housing Stabilization Funds, the Community-Based Housing Funds, and Community Preservation Commission. 7 of the apartments will be affordable through the Department of Housing and Community Development's project-based Massachusetts Rental Voucher Program and will be administered by NeighborWorks Housing Solutions. 4 of the apartments will be set aside for community-based housing program with project-based Section 8 through the Chelmsford Housing Authority. Additionally, several units will be accessible for mobility or sensory handicapped or disabled households. A local area preference will be given for up to 70% of the apartments based on the comprehensive permit requirement to continue to provide affordable housing to residents and employees in the town of Fairhaven. The waiting list for seniors at Fairhaven Housing Authority is approximately 5+ years, so housing is needed in Fairhaven for our senior citizens. Preferences for veteran and homeless households will also be given. Income qualifications. 32 of the 52 affordable apartments will be available to households with annual income at or below 60% of the area median income, which is currently $35,340 a year for a one-person household and $40,380 a year for a two-person household. 11 of the 52 affordable apartments will be available to applicants with annual household income at or below 30% of the area median income, which currently is $17,700 a year for a one-person household and $20,200 a year for a two-person household. Additionally, 9 of the apartments will be leased at market rate, and those include 7 one-bedrooms and 2 two-bedroom units. Rent, which is subject to change, is currently set at $889 a month for a one-bedroom and $1,057 per month for a two-bedroom apartment. Some units with project-based vouchers are available, with rents based on 30% of the household annual income. All utilities are included for the 7 project-based MRVP apartments. Planned amenities include on-site parking, on-site management, and 24-hour emergency maintenance. Rental applications for the lottery will be taken from December 1st, 2021 to January 31st, 2022 and are available at, I have the list up here on the screen, that way you can take notes, but they'll be available at the Fairhaven Town Hall, the Millicent Library, at the Circulation Desk, the Fairhaven Housing Authority, Fairhaven Senior Center, and Choice Chelmsford Housing Authority, or you can go online to www.holkeen.com/Oxford Apartments and get an application there. Applications should be returned to Oxford School, care of Holkeen Management, at the address provided on your application. If returned by mail, the envelope must be postmarked before January 31st, 2022. Applications received or postmarked after that date will not be entered into the lottery, but will be placed on a waiting list in the order received. Once all required information has been received and preliminary eligibility has been determined based on the information provided on your application, the management agent will send a written response to each applicant household stating the applicant's lottery registration number. Only applicants who meet the preliminary eligibility requirements shall be entered into the lottery. The lottery is scheduled to be held on Thursday, February 10th, 2022. The place and time have not been determined, but will be announced through advertisements and on the property website at a later date. We're not sure if that meeting is going to be held in person or online, but I guess we'll see as it comes closer. After the lottery has taken place, all applicants will be notified in writing as to their placement in the lottery. Applicants are not required to pay a deposit or any type of fee to enter the lottery or to be placed on a waiting list. Ballots with the lottery registration numbers, we don't use names in the lottery, we'll use that registration number that you received in the mail. For eligible applicant households will be placed in all lottery pools for which they qualify, to include a preference lottery pool and a general lottery pool. The ballots are randomly drawn and listed in the order drawn by lottery pool. Applicants are then awarded by proceeding down the list. Apartments are then awarded by proceeding down the list. This process continues until all available apartments have been assigned to applicant households. The lottery administrator will retain a list of households who are not awarded an apartment in the order that way they were drawn. If any of the initial renters do not rent an apartment, the apartment will be offered to the highest ranked household on that retained list. Applicants in the lottery who are not processed during the initial lease-up due to the apartments being leased prior to reaching their placement in the lottery will be placed on a waiting list in lottery number. After the initial lottery, the waiting list will be analyzed, maintained, and updated through additional marketing so they remain consistent with the objectives of the housing program and are adequately representative of racial, ethnic, and other characteristics of potential applicants in the housing market region. No individual having a financial interest in the project or their families can participate in the lottery. Questions or a link to the recording of this meeting will be available upon request by emailing the property at oxfordschool@hallkeene.com or calling them at 781-915-3071. Thank you for participating.